Hello everybody and welcome to the third mission of my Halo 3 Legendary Walkthrough Guide. Today we'll be doing the mission Tsavo Highway. The skulls that we use for this mission are iron, because I do not plan on dying. This is a no deaths run. Also, Cowbell, I Would Have Been Your Daddy, and Grunt Birthday Party, because every single time we kill one of those little guys, we should party. Now moving on, we're going to be getting right on into this mission. I apologize if I forget anything or if I'm moving a little too quickly. This mission is really fast-paced. There's a lot going on, and I just want to make sure that I leave that little disclaimer at the very beginning of this mission before we get right on into it. From basically the beginning to the end, it's non-stop, so I just want to make sure that I gave that disclaimer. Now, immediately when we turn this corner, this is when the action begins. You're going to want to get right on through. We're going to be skipping both of these fights. You do not want to get out of your Warthog. You don't want to be like sitting in your Warthog just driving around killing all the enemies unless you really want to. But we should just be focused on moving forward, where we go over here to see these Jackal snipers. We're going to be getting out of our Warthog, taking one of their beam rifles, and then we're going to try to take out the other one as well, because we want to pick up the beam rifle with the best charge, or basically the most ammo, so we can get the most shots out of it. We're going to hop over this gap. Over here on the right is a Jackal sniper. We're going to be focused on taking him out first, using the Warthog as bait. And then after that, we're going to be taking out this brute captain here with the fuel rod gun. And then we're going to be taking out two of these grunts. Both of them on turrets. We don't want to be just focused on taking out all the grunts, because if you take forever, the Marines get antsy and then they'll take your Warthog from you. So we just want to be as fast as possible. I was lucky enough to be able to catch that Marine. I'm trying to steal my Warthog again. Alright. Moving on to this next area, we're going to be taking out our beam rifle. On the other side is a Jackal sniper. You want to take him out first. And then on the left here is a trio of grunts as well as a brute captain. We want to take out the brute, and then we're going to take out his little army of his little squad, not army, his squad of grunts. Trying to see if we can. There we go. Finally got that last one. Now we're going to be taking out the grunt right here in his shade turret. Going to take out this brute that decided to charge up. If there was two brutes that charge up, take out both of them. But unfortunately, I got caught up trying to save my Warthog from a Marine that just really wanted to kill me, I guess. Taking two shots at that shade turret to make sure that there is no grunt that got in there when I wasn't looking. Taking out the two Jackal snipers here on the right. But I missed. I thought I was going to be clever and lead my shot, but unfortunately the Jackal stopped right when I thought I was going to be able to kill him. But whatever. Picking up a plasma pistol before we move on. We're going to be taking this right route. It's going to be the safest route for you, because there's still a grunt inside that shade turret. So you want to just take it up just like this. Basically going to get through unscathed, and then you're going to just drive on past all these other enemies. Now in this area, you could hijack a brute chopper, but we're not going to do that. All we're going to be doing here is we're going to get out of our Warthog. We're going to grab a grav lift, grab some ammo for our battle rifle, and then we're going to hop right back into our Warthog. And at this point, all you're going to do is you're going to make a beeline straight for that shield that's blocking us from moving forward. Now we're going to get out of our Warthog, melee the shield once, and then hop right back on in. You want to do this all really, really quickly. Make sure that you use your Warthog as cover, because that shade turret will be focus fired on you. But if that shade turret can't get a clean line of sight, then you're not going to you're basically just going to it's just not going to be firing at you. But moving on, here's that little roadblock that we got our grav lift for. We're going to be tossing our grav lift right here, because at this point you don't have any you basically can't use this Warthog anymore. You're going to take the Warthog, you're going to drive straight over the grav lift, and it will propel you over to the other side. And then, bing bada boom, you have your Warthog. And then at this point, hop into this little pipe. you would hop into this little pipe with your Warthog and just drive on through to the next area. But unfortunately, they destroyed my Warthog, so I had to improvise here. So if you do get a point in time where you are improvising just like I am, like, this is a good practice. But this also makes runs like these, like walkthroughs like these, more relatable, because like things happen, you know, like not everybody's run will go exactly like mine. But ideally, what you would do is you would take that, you would drive your Warthog through that little pipe, go all the way around to the next area where I'm going to be at in a few moments, and then you're going to basically go to an area where there's two brutes, with two brute choppers, and with like them pinning down several Marines. You'll see it in a few moments, but for right now, we're just going to be trying to take out these two brute choppers right here. Also back there, you saw me take out a brute miner with a beam rifle. Just make sure you focus fire them down if you see them, if you are walking like I am. But EMPing both of the brute choppers. You see this guy, he's kind of just floating now because I EMP'd his brute chopper. I was able to take out the first one by EMPing his shields and the chopper itself, so that was a win for me. Now, earlier I was mentioning two brutes right here. This is that area that I was talking about. So at this point, if you still have your Warthog, you would get out of your Warthog, just like I got out of my chopper, and then I would take out the two brute miners. And then at this point, it's just making sure that you have some stuff. We're going to pick up a fuel rod gun because I don't know. I just have a thing about not having a like having an empty weapon. So I just grabbed the fuel rod gun because I was out of plasma pistol ammo. But it's actually going to be useful because we can use it to ward off, to basically like stave off these brute choppers that are going to be coming around the corner. We're going to be taking the brute chopper. We're going to be going all the way up here. Usually, you want to do it a little bit cleaner than that. But I was focused on getting these brute choppers off my back. But there's a plasma pistol here, a fully charged plasma pistol that you're going to want to use from when we hijack one of these two Wraiths up here. See, there's that Wraith right there on the left that you want to always go for. But if that one gets destroyed because the Marines did something, then there's another one over this area. You're just going to have to be a little bit more careful because brute choppers kind of patrol that one. So just make sure that you are being safe. The very first thing that we always do when we hijack a Wraith is we always take out the gunner. Always making sure that we take out the gunner. Once we do that, then we can make a we can start to attack, then we can start hijacking the Wraith. Now, when you hijack Wraiths, this is going to be good practice for when we hijack an anti-air Wraith in a later mission. You're going to want to melee the hatch just like I did, EMP the driver, and then headshot them just like that. That's the way to do. Like, us doing it this way didn't damage the Wraith at all. If you would have boarded it and then just constantly wailed on that brute in the driver's seat, you would have probably have destroyed the Wraith. But with the way that we did it, the Wraith is going to be completely fine. It is still relatively at maximum health. I don't know if it got hit by something else before or like if something happened, but as far as we are concerned, this Wraith is still fine. Now, as soon as you hijack the Wraith, though, you want to beeline it over to here because you are still going to be getting shelled by that Wraith that we left in the back there. And there's also, but the thing is you also don't want to get too close because there's these jump jet brutes that will also make it difficult for you to kind of like keep all the enemies in front of you. If you do get to a point where there are enemies behind you or like the jump jet brutes were able to get behind you and you weren't paying attention, you want to get them back in front of you because there have been times in these runs where I get to this point and they board you. You do not want to get boarded by them because that could end your run if you don't react quick enough. So that's just a really long-winded way of explaining. Just keep the enemy in front of you. Do not let them get behind you. And if you do let them get behind you, make sure you get them back in front of you as fast as possible. Now, we have to get through these little roadblocks, unfortunately, because but thankfully they move. But unfortunately, sometimes you do get stuck like I am right now. You just keep boosting once you get out, and then you're out. Now for the final area, there is a brute chieftain here. You're going to want to make sure that you take him out first. He has a power drain. Make sure that you keep an eye out for him because he can make your life hard. As you see here, I'm starting very far back, trying to take out as many enemies as I can. But once like I've been up here for a while, I like to start to creep up a little closer because I can start to close the distance with my mortar shelling. Because like the closer I get, the less time they have to react to a gigantic plasma mortar hitting them in the face. Not to mention, like, consistently missing kind of ruins the vibe, you know what I mean? But starting to take out a few of these brutes a little bit at a time. Remember what we do with jump jet brutes? We always keep them in front of us no matter what. Making sure that we take out a few more of these brutes. That guy in the bow shield who just dropped that kind of got killed by his equipment because that shell hit him in the front. Now, trying to take out this jump jet brute. Don't try to ram a jump jet brute like I did. That was kind of dumb. Could have ended my run if I wasn't careful. Making sure that we remember that brute chieftain hasn't shown up yet. We want to make sure that we keep him in front of us. We don't want to be caught off guard when he throws a power drain at us and basically put us in a point where we're gonna get because it EMPs you, the vehicle, and it has a chance to kill you if you aren't careful. If you do get power drained, you just want to sit in your Wraith as long as you possibly can until your shields come back. Now once your shields come back, you're pretty much home free. Now at this point, we're going to melee the shield. At this point, I thought the run was over. There's one more brute sitting inside that little area right there that you saw me look at just now. So we kill that brute, spoiler alert, and then the run ends. Also, another thing, I kind of go over that trip mine. Don't put down the trip mine. Don't do that. But that's pretty much it for this mission. If you guys like the video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing as well. But yeah, that's legendary difficulty Tsavo Highway with no deaths. I'll see you guys next time for the storm, which should be coming up soon. But once again, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Lord Hood, we made it.
Music to my ears, Commander. What about the Ark?
Fully uncovered, sir.
Then we don't have much time. Marines, the Prophet of Truth doesn't know it yet, but he's about to get kicked right off his throne. You will take our city back and drive our enemy into the grave they've been so happily digging. One final effort is all that remains.